I am Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to a special edition of Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in this community, and today will be no different. It's the holiday season, and we just showed you a program recently that actually focused on healthy eating, and we talked about some of the educational aspects of what you can think about during the holiday season. Today, we want to actually put that into practice. That means we're going to try some food out today. And joining me once again is nutritionist and culinary instructor, Paula Eakins. Welcome back to the broadcast, Paula.
I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back, Kenny.
And you brought the food back, too.
I brought the food, you know.
Which is
the proof is in the pudding, and that's in the pudding.
Hey, the pudding is right there.
So with that in mind, you know, we talked about that superfood situation. So now we're going to talk about looking at foods that people are used to eating, but healthier. Okay. And when I say healthier, Benny, I don't mean they say, "Oh no," because sometimes they say that. Right. So a lot of times with my cooking, I don't say anything. I just fix it. Then let them eat it, like you're going to do today.
Because it looks familiar. It looks like something they've seen before. But yet, you know, it may be a little different. A little bit. And they eat it. It tastes good. Yes. And then you're actually introducing them to a better way of eating healthy.
We just recently did a program, a holiday class, and people came, all different people from the community were there, and I told them what we were going to be fixing, which is different from what I have today. And when they got ready to eat it, they said, "No, she didn't." I just can't believe that. And some of them said, "I'm leaving and going to the store tonight to pick up the stuff." So they got their recipe. They always get recipes from all my classes. I give them the recipes. So it's not like they don't know what's going on, but they get a chance to see that.
That's terrific, because you're actually connecting the theory with the practice.
There you go.
And that's a good thing to do. Yes. So tell us, let's just kind of go down the line here. What do you have right here?
Well, first I'm going to give you a plate, because I know when I say it, you're going to be like, well, let me try a little bit of that, okay?
All right.
This is a holiday rice, and this holiday rice is nothing but a wild rice blend, which everybody's used to at the holiday time, wild rice. But now, Kenny, I've added to this red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, fresh spinach, all right, parsley, and banana peppers.
Wow. Am I going to need a glass of water after this?
No, because these are banana peppers, so they're not that hot pepper, okay? So just go right ahead and see what you think about that.
Just go ahead and grab the spoon right there.
Go ahead and use that spoon and put it on there, because you're going to be wanting, and I gave you your fork because you're going to want to try that right after it's over.
All right.
And everybody kept saying that was well seasoned. It tastes good. I could not believe it. And opposed to white rice, we're using a wild rice. It's got a wild rice, a red rice, a grain rice, and also quinoa. These are all rice blends that's actually in that rice. And so you get a chance to get it healthy. And I used olive oil, cold pressed olive oil, to saute my onions and stuff in, and my peppers and everything in. Okay.
The olive oil replacing what people would typically use.
That's right. The lard or the shortenings, okay? We're using an oil, and the oil is going to go a lot further, and it's also going to be more nutritious.
This is actually very good. I love the texture. It's got a crunchiness to it. It's got a kick to it as well. This is very, very robust and very tasty.
Taste those banana peppers up in there a little bit?
I do, yeah. This is a very good dish.
And it's so colorful. It's something like when people come in, they say, okay, I want that. So the thing is, you want to have stuff that people are going to be like, I think I'm going to try that right now, okay? Now, my next one is my meatloaf. Now, who don't like meatloaf, okay? Now, you know we got rid of the turkey earlier, Thanksgiving, so now we got the meatloaf coming up for the Christmas time frame, you know, or the first of the year, whatever. But meatloaf is another one that people love, and so the meatloaf is really and truly, Kenny, it is plant-based. That I'm not using any meat at all in this. I'm actually using a crumble that's actually a crumble in a frozen packet, and it is a vegetarian, plant-based beef crumble. It represents beef. And it's got the whole wheat bread inside of it, so we changed that out from the white bread. It also has inside of it a little bit of a thing called Vita-Wheat gluten, which is makes it stick together because I'm using a vegetarian meat base. And then it's got ketchup, and it's got a little bit of I got a dry mustard to go over top of this sauce to make almost like a barbecue sauce. That's not a barbecue sauce. I actually made the sauce to go over top of this.
Wow. And
it goes into the oven. And normally they take a meatloaf, Kenny, and they put it in a pan. I put all it together in my bowl, and then I shape it. Okay? So it goes in the oven already shaped. You don't have to worry about trying to take it out the pan, and it looks just like it does when you come out.
Wow, it looks great.
Now you ready to go there with that?
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go there with that. Let's just go ahead on.
That looks
okay.
delicious.
We got that meatloaf. and it looks like, acts like, tastes like. Okay, that's the bottom line now, Kenny. That's the bottom line. You want to know, is it really like meatloaf?
Wow, we're about to find
it's
out
gotta,
here.
First of all, look the part.
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
so
It looks the part.
It looks the
So
part.
it passed the first part of the test.
Now look at that inside of that. Look at that.
Yeah,
okay?
that's meatloaf right there. that is meatloaf right there.
That's meatloaf.
Right here, folks. This is meatloaf right here.
See, so it's got to look the part.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look the part, then of course the people are not going to want to deal with it at all. Okay.
If I walked up to the table and saw this, I would go, "Oh, it's meatloaf."
Yes, you would say it. See?
This is good.
Now, that inside texture, it's got a meaty texture to it, okay? And it's plant-based, see? So you don't have to, you can still do good stuff, healthy stuff people are used to. People are used to a meatloaf, so it needs to look like that, okay? They're used to it like a rice dish, so just changing things out, all right?
Well, that's very good.
And that sauce, you cook it over top of it when it goes in the oven, and then you put the rest of the sauce on the last minute and put it back in the oven again, so it kind of comes off with like a barbecue-y kind of a texture to it.
How long does it take to make something like this?
How about, this whole thing is less than 45 minutes.
Wow.
Because remember now, the meat's already cooked. By the way, the vegetarian plant-based foods, they're already done. So all you're doing is just adding your part to it, which is, you know, adding in the breadcrumbs and the barbecue, or not, I was going to say that too, by the way. You can actually put barbecue sauce on top of that.
Wow.
Okay.
Now that would be to die for, I'm sure.
Now, Kenny,
Yes.
before we get to the next one, I want you to know that I've been working with cranberries. People use the cranberries in the can, the cranberry sauce, but it's got so much sugar in it. So this is a cranberry sauce. It's done with fresh cranberries, and it has apricots in it. Apricots, and also it is done instead of water. We're now doing it with orange juice. Okay, we got orange juice in there. We got orange juice, fresh apricots, and this one here, and we're using apricot fruit spread. Now, you know, cranberries are very, very bitter.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of, most cranberry sauces call for 1.5 cups of sugar, this only calls for 1/3 sugar. And if you don't even want to put the sugar in, then you add more orange juice to it. So the orange juice and the apricot spread makes it have a nice kind of a sweet tart type taste.
And that's exactly what it has. This is a very good taste.
Somebody told me, they said, "Is that the dessert?" I said, "No, it's not the dessert." Okay, it's just a part of the meal, and we want you to know that you can actually now make your own. And it doesn't take, Kenny, I want to say less than 20 minutes to make it, even from the cranberries themselves. All right? Once the cranberries pop open, they open up inside that orange juice, and then you got the apricot jam going up in there, and then you got, oh, yeah. And it's so pretty, and it's more nutritious.
It's very pretty. Is it the apricot jam that really gives it that extra special thing? Because this is a very good taste.
Yes, the apricot fruit spread, and then also the fresh apricots do it. Because cranberries on their own are very, very bitter. And that orange juice kind of gives it that too. I can see you really like that one because you just...
I won't stop.
Now, Kenny, one of the favorite things that people just do not want to give up, and these are the people who love collard greens, that is collard greens. Now, I'm going to tell you. We got our collard greens here.
That's a staple.
Oh, yeah, it's a staple, and it's got to be it no matter what the occasion. Let's get it on,
gotta
okay?
be there.
So the collard greens have been done, and if you notice, I got little red pieces in there.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be a little bit of bacon.
It does.
That's an imitation bacon that's being used. And instead of using regular meat like bacon or any kind of pork product, we still want to look like and resemble that. So when a person sees the collard greens and they see the little red piece on it, they say, "Oh, wait a minute. It got onions in there also, fresh garlic is in there. And I have a thing in that one there that I use, and that is liquid smoke.
Oh.
Now, liquid smoke makes it taste like there's some meat up in there. Okay. So you want to get your little spoon and go ahead on the spoon. You out some of them collard greens.
Scoop out some of those delicious collards.
And I'm telling you, that's another easy one.
Yeah.
I prepared it also at the end with a little bit of olive oil.
Oh.
So you remember, you got to coat the greens. So it has kind of like a oily taste. Okay, but we're using a little bit of olive oil in its place. And we got that smoked bacon bits up in there, okay? And we got onions and garlic in there. Oh, yeah.
This is good. And because I have a little piece of meatloaf left over here, it's like the perfect complement
It
to collard.
It matches it very, very well. It matches it very well. And you season it to your liking. You know, lots of herbs and seasonings go into a lot of plant-based foods to kind of bring them to life because people are used to, maybe more oils or whatever or fats in them. So now we've got to make it good, plain, but not really overpowering, okay? So what you thinking there?
I think this is very, very good. I love the bacon bits. The onions do something as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Be mixed in there. That's just a great taste. And I got the liquid smoke too.
You
So
got
this
the
is
liquid
on
smoke.
fire. Oh yeah, we're cooking on this one.
We're cooking. And you can kind of see just from what you have, we're talking about a meal. You know, you got all these things here together. The only thing you're really missing is some hot rolls or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so you know, you got a whole meal. And really when we do our cooking schools in our community, we don't do just one item. We actually fix a meal. That way they get a chance to see what's the starch, what's the main entree, you know, what's the dessert, and what's the vegetable. So they go home and they think about, oh, wait a minute, I had that, I had this. So we actually want to do a menu when we do our classes, and they get the menu. They actually get it to take home and try it for themselves.
We have about 4 minutes left, and I know we got to get to the dessert, but I wanted to ask you real quick on the roll part, because a lot of people like bread, and we know bread is the killer for so many people when it comes to their diet. What about a healthy bread?
All whole grain, multi-grain. They got multi-grain rolls. They got multi-grain breads out there. These are the things you want to. Even now the croissants are coming out, whole wheat, whole grain. So just switching over, not changing it out, but changing the type of food so that you still have your bread. Once again, you can still have your bread. Now, Kenny, I don't know whether you like banana pudding or not, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is a no-bake. We are not, no-bake banana pudding. We didn't bake it. Nope, no bacon. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you right now.
All right,
I don't
just
know.
drop it right there.
Yeah, that's the no-bake banana pudding. You go ahead on and try that there.
Okay. Now, I got folks watching the show right now that are feeling a certain kind of way about the fact that I'm about to eat this very delicious banana pudding. And just in case you don't believe me, we do it like this. This is delicious.
I know people are shocked. No baking.
Wow.
No baking.
Is there a secret here? What do we do
Well,
here?
you know, the whole thing with that, now believe it or not, you made that comment before about plant-based. We talked about the tofu. Believe it or not, that's actually a silken, soft tofu. And it's got a banana in there and vanilla in there. And then we're putting in a pudding mix to make it nice and thick. And that's it. And you don't bake it, Kenny. You don't bake it. It just sits in the refrigerator and it just gets itself ready.
The end result of everything we've talked about, people eat well.
Yes.
But they eat healthy.
Yes.
And the end result of that is that they have many, many holiday seasons to look forward to.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Paula, this is a wonderful spread, and I thank you for bringing this opportunity for us to share this information with the community and others that may be watching. You, of course, do health seminars all over the place with Curtis Eakins, your wonderful husband.
And we have a website.
Tell us about
our
it.
website is, believe it or not, named after our program. We've been on this show for 20 years on a Christian network. It's called info@abundantlivingtv.org, named after our show. Info@abundantlivingtv.org. And we also have a web page, which is abundantlivingtv.org.
Easy enough to
say
find.
that again. We have a web page out there, and we're on YouTube. You can go on and put Paula Eakins, that's E-A-K-I-N-S, and there's about 15, 20 videos, and you can cook with me on YouTube.
Wow.
And we're also on Facebook.
Got to have that social media
we got
presence.
the Facebook. That's Curtis and Paula Eakins, E-A-K-I-N-S, on Facebook.
All right.
Okay, so we're all out there, and if people want to know how to actually get a hold of us, they want some of my recipes, all they have to do is go to one of those sites.
Wow, I have really enjoyed this. Come back and see us again.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll be glad to.
All right, thank you. Boy, what a wonderful way to end our broadcast today with a delicious meal and information about eating healthy during the holiday season. Again, much thanks to Paula Eakins. She is a culinary instructor and nutritionist with the South Central Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and she and her husband, through Abundant Life Ministries, do so many positive, rewarding, inspiring, uplifting, and encouraging things to make sure that you stay healthy as far as your nutrition is concerned. So we hope that you enjoyed the show that you've watched today. You can actually see the show again, and I hope that you'll share it on our Facebook page. We have a Facebook presence as well at Impact with Kenny Anderson, and we also hope that you'll check out the photos of what happens after the camera stops rolling. For Impact with Kenny Anderson, have a great day and a happy holiday season.